Hey everybody, we are live. We got audio, got video. Hopefully we have all of you lovely people. Welcome to part 10 of Tyranny. We are in the thick of Act 2. Last time we explored a really cool dungeon, the first real dungeon we've encountered in this game. And tonight we're gonna go explore that dungeon some more because we got some keys that let us access areas we have not been to previously. We're gonna do some side quests and just see what else the game has to offer. You know, if nothing else presents itself, we'll continue the main quest. And I don't really know where the story is going. After the last bit, we saved the town of Lethian's Crossing from the combined assault of magical creatures from the mysterious spire in town, as well as the attack of the Bronze Brotherhood, led by the mentally unstable Ray Tommen, who we sent to whatever comes after this life for his crimes. So, hope y'all are having a great week. And I've got tea here to help my voice. We're gonna have a lot of reading tonight, as always, I'm sure. So hopefully the tea will help there. I've noticed the last time I played this and streamed it, which was Sunday, my voice did not get as hoarse as it normally does, or at least didn't feel that way, which makes me hopeful that maybe I'm getting better in that regard. All of this talking out loud that I've been doing on the stream is more talking than I have done all of the last year combined. Probably not really exaggerating much. I don't know. Who can say? I can't say. So yeah, just getting used to talking again has been an adjustment, and reading the prodigious amounts of text that this game has been actually a lot of fun for me personally, and I hope entertaining for those who are watching. Yeah. Okay, let's take a quick look at our journal again so we can refresh our memory of what we're doing. Let's take a look at this section first, because these are side quests. And it looks like we have to find a missing weapon shipment, which means we need to return to the area of Deserter's March. That's a place we've been to. We just missed this quest, so we'll check that out. And then we have this other quest. Right, as we continue the main quest, we do have a side quest to turn in. We killed some folks from the Disfavored faction and conscripted some other people into the Scarlet Chorus, so hopefully we will be rewarded for that. As far as main quests go, we've received our first DLC quest, and a viewer last time recommended that we wait a while before we do that because it can be kind of hard. So we want to gain some levels. So the next main quest thing we're really going to do, probably, we'll see what happens, is return to the Voices of Narat and see what he has to say about everything that's happened here. But before we go on the side quests, we're going to go explore that dungeon some more, because we have a lot of new areas we can access now, I think. We fought that crazy boss at the end of the last stream and got some keys. And there were definitely places we could not access prior because we did not have the appropriate key. So we're going to check it out, see how it goes. For those who are unfamiliar with this game, it's from Obsidian, the guys who made so many RPGs, Pillars of Eternity, KOTOR 2, Fallout New Vegas, Outer Worlds, that bonkers-looking outdoor survival game where you're like, it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of scenario. So this came out in 2016, and you are playing as the bad guy, essentially. You are working for the evil overlord who has conquered this continent. And in fact, you are in the last unconquered region of, I guess, the known world, or at least certainly this continent. And you're trying to polish this whole world domination thing off for the overlord. Apparently, you can, I guess, side with the rebellion. You can be the hero, from what I understand, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the built-in premise and just, play the bad guy, basically. I won't lie, it's kind of dark at times, but, what can you do? We're playing what I guess you would say is like a lawful evil type character, or lawful neutral, maybe, is a better way. I don't know. I'm certainly not siding against the Overlord, even if I'm trying to not be a dick about it. It's kind of my goal. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. You can absolutely play this as a just complete bastard. But so far, I haven't felt super inclined to do so, if we're being honest.
Can't do that.
I assumed that these were going to spawn some enemies. They did prior. These empty ones were previously glowing, but apparently these ones are just fine the way they are, so... Let's see what we can see. So, I believe there's a door here that y'all can see that we are unable to enter or to open prior, so I believe we can now do so. Maybe let's try... Okay, got some new enemies spawning, and then once they're dead, we'll see if that opened this door or not. It looks like most of the party is level 10, and Ebb is pretty close to level 10 as well, so Let's go take out these. Let's see, we have a wisp and a scourge. Let's take out the wisp first, because I believe they're a little easier.
On it.
Those lovely dulcet tones are from Siren, our kind of bard-ish character, I guess. Okay, it looks like my main character just decided to go after the stronger one, so we'll just continue that route. Okay, some of my party... I can't tell who's frightened. I think I'm frightened. Here we go. Scourge frightens Iron Fist, my character, and also frightens Lantry. So, that's fair. They are scary. I mean, they're like ethereal demons from wherever, so... let's just see how this goes. Let's try our thrust ability, which provides some debuffs to the enemies.
If I had kids, they'd be feeling that one.
Ah, Lantry. Okay, that was not difficult. So now we can click on this, which now opens the store, which is wonderful. So yeah, let's quick save after that and poke around in here and see what we got.
Interesting.
We have a hidden item, it looks like, with some nice treasure, it seems. Lady Game Guy, how you doing? It's Wednesday story time. How did the rest of your stream go? I've never seen Mario Party played before. It's an interesting looking game. I don't know if I liked it though. It looked bonkers, which is really all you need, I suppose. This rune shimmers in front of the wall, sustained by unknown magic. Oh, thank you for that virtual banana bread. Man, this stuff looks so good. Looks so good. I might be baking something this weekend. We'll see. Like, watching you bake it just made me want to bake something. I don't know what yet, but I really want banana bread now, though. Or like pumpkin bread? Maybe I can make pumpkin bread. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Older Mario parties are much more interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I missed out on so much Nintendo growing up, so I'm kind of... I had a Wii and I had a Wii U, but I didn't play a lot of games on those. So I still have this huge gap in knowledge and experience of Nintendo platforms. Yeah, doesn't pumpkin bread sound good? Like, I haven't had that in years. Should get on that. Alright, there's a glimmering rune here. So let's learn the rune and incorporate it into our spells. We have learned a Sigil of Chaotic Descent, which sounds fun. Create spells that affect random targets within a circular area. The lore requirement is so high that none of my characters could use this. What would this be for, though? Like, if we took the healing ability... Okay, that can't use that new one, but okay, if we did fire and gave it a Sigil of Chaotic Descent, what would that do? It would conjure fiery meteors to rain from above, which is awesome. But yeah, that's an absurdly high-level ability, so we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. But something to look forward to, I guess. Alright, let's keep poking around. Try to fill in the rest of the map here on the bits that we missed. This dungeon wasn't too confusing or anything, but there were just a couple of areas that we were unable to access. Looks like this is one here. If I move the camera here, yeah, we couldn't open this door, so let's walk over here and try again. Okay, that did not do anything. What about you? No? Alright, how about yellow? Oh, that lit up. Okay. Nice. Alright. Let's quick save again.
What's this over here?
Oh, a trap. Okay. Let's disarm the trap. Okay, and then over here, what is this? What is this on the wall? Okay, another rune. Let's learn the rune. This is a Sigil of Cyclical Energies 3. What does that mean? Alright, let's try healing. Circle of... Okay, this reduces the cooldown of spells. Nice. So we apparently had a Cyclical Energies 1, but this is the upgraded version of that, apparently. That's cool. Okay, we won't mess around with that too much, but... Oh, and we got a nice chest here. Nice chest you got there. Right, okay. And... the crystal in the beacon is not responding to torch keys from these old walls. Interesting. So this sounds like we have to find another one of these dungeons and then come back here if we want to open this door. So they're giving you reasons to just constantly come back and explore more. I admit I'm not exactly thrilled about that. Like, I kind of just want to be able to come here and find all the cool stuff at once and then go somewhere else, but this is apparently not a long game, like, no matter what you do, so it's probably not the worst thing that could happen. Alright, let's go to the next floor. Okay. Right, okay, so there was a room that we were trying to get to here. I'm not sure how we do so yet, so let's walk around and see what we see. We had this stone bridge. Alright, let's walk.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, can't go there apparently. Okay, let's walk down here. This looks like I should be able to go over here somehow, but I'm not sure if that's actually possible. Alright, let's try... Oh, this one also does not respond to the keys. So this is yet another one that we have to presumably go to a whole other dungeon, and then come back. That's a bummer. And we'll go over here just to see if putting any keys in this one does anything useful for us. I'm not really expecting it to. But you don't know until you try. So it's got a purple one in there. So let's try green. Did that do anything? Oh, it did. Okay. Let's push that. Okay, so that's changing in interesting ways. Huh. Okay, let's try a different color. try yellow. Okay, that did not work. Red also did not work. We put purple back in. Well, nothing new happens. So whatever we did by clicking that switch was all we can do, I believe, is how I'm interpreting this. Okay. Okay, well, let's walk over here. I don't know, maybe there's a switch or something we can access. Yeah, it doesn't work with these keys. Okay. But can we walk in here? Was there something in here that I missed, maybe? This was the first one of these little columns we found, so let's try some of the other colors. Okay, green doesn't work. Yellow doesn't work. Red doesn't work, so it's purple only for this one, which doesn't do anything new for us. Okay, well, I think we're done here for now. I'm mildly disappointed that we have to leave and come back later, but we'll live. Alright, let's go to Deserter's March and look for that stolen weapons shipment and see what that entails. Wonder if there are any people here, actually, now that we've kind of brought events to a head, seemingly. Okay, Welby is still here. So, she wanted to take over the Bronze Brotherhood, which I feel like she is well positioned to do now that we killed its leader. So, what does she have to say now? Well met, Fatebinder. How are you doing today? What can I do for you? I dealt with Ray Tommen. You are now the leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. Welby's eyes widen and her mouth drops open. What? She trails off. He's dead? She shakes her head and stares at you. I'm sorry, this news is a little overwhelming. Her voice cracks a little as she continues. I knew it had to be done, but... She smiles ruefully. I had no idea how sad the news would make me. Thank you, Fatebinder. You've done a wonderful thing, not only for the Brotherhood, but for all the people of Lethian's Crossing. If you need anything, let me know. Okay. We didn't, like, get a prize for that or anything, but... she was grateful, which is nice. Maybe she'll help out in the future. Does she have anything new to say? I just wanted to see how things are going with Ray Tommen gone. It's going to be a lot of slogging through a break-in period, but I think it will go well. Ray Tommen left some unfinished business, so there's plenty of opportunity to prove myself. Not that I especially needed it or wanted it, but it's mine to bear all the same. She smiles. Okay, farewell. Right. The knowledge that I have improved somebody's day is really all that I need, right? Alright, let's poke up here. I'm guessing the guy who was up here is gone.
Right.
Yeah, I can't scroll the screen over. Yep, nothing there. Okay. I mean, I'm hoping she does me a favor later. Like, that would be the real reward. You know, when I need you, when I call on you, you will come help. That's the price of my help. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, just... endless
Sorry,
corpses strewn all over this place. And we can't leave this way, so... Okay, we gotta take the long way, unfortunately. You know, I haven't tried fast traveling, like from the map. Can I do that? Can I just do that? Apparently not. Alright, fair enough. Alright, come on, guys. Alright, Deserter's March. It will take you 14 hours. That's fine. Okay, so we have to just wander around this. Oh, maybe that's our... Well, okay. We're looking for a missing weapons shipment. I have no idea where it is in this big area, so we'll just walk around, see what we see. I think I remember there was like an odd hidden area that... oh, yes, it's down here.
Can't do that.
And apparently I can't access it anymore. That's a bummer. Oh, but there's a new NPC here. Okay. Nick Kandros. He winces and moans softly. And we have our forge-bound shipment. Okay. Right-click for details. Nothing new. Let's take it. Okay, Nick Kandros. You there. Thought I was dead, did you? Thought you'd just help yourself to these crates? Was on my way to get these to the forge-bound. Seems that won't be happening now. Well, what happened to you? Oh, thank you for the host, Lady Game Guy. I appreciate it. I don't think I've been hosted before. Thank you. Alright, what happened to you, buddy? Was crossing through Deserter's March. I stopped just for a moment and it happened. Laid right in my back. I didn't even see who or what had done it. Looks like I won't be finishing my duty here. Listen, this shipment, it's property of the Forge Bound. Do the world a bit of service and take it to them instead of pocketing it. Thank you. I agree. People need more stories in their lives. And more lore. Everybody needs more lore. These are dark times. Lethian's Crossing needs the support. Will you take this to them? Well, they asked me to bring it to them, so yes. Oh, interesting. There are soldiers here at Deserter's March who would benefit from this shipment. I suspect this is irrelevant now because we sort of resolved the whole battle or whatever, but it sounds like we could have given this to the soldiers here and maybe that would have given them an edge. But okay, I'll make sure the shipment gets there, of course. He grips the side of the broken cart, lifting himself up so that his face is level with yours. Good. Be swift about it. You must. He coughs, spitting thick clumps of blood onto the ground. Damn, never thought this was how I'd go out. He loses hold of the cart and falls back against it, hitting the ground hard. The old man gasps, the sound of his throat torturous and wet. After a few moments, he is silent. That's a bummer. Okay. Let's go talk to this guy in the middle here, just to see what he has to say about recent events.
Have a look at this.
Oh, trap. Okay. Let's disable that. I mean, we're here. Why not? I could have sworn that I had told the game to pause when we detect a trap. Did I turn that off? Let's see here. Maybe hidden object found is what we need. Let's do combat start and stop party movement. That would be good. Oh no, we're good, actually. Never mind. Automatically puts combat into slow motion. That's an interesting option. We can also set it to auto pause. I feel like that would get really annoying really quickly, but Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yes, save changes. Alright, let's go talk to Locke over here. Well met, Fatebinder. Do you need anything today? Ray Tommen is dead. You no longer have to hide. Locke's eyes widen, and a smile cracks his face. Are you serious? That's the best news I've heard in a long time. He shakes his head. Wow, now the whole world is open to me. Alright, we're just spreading all kinds of cheer today. Alright, cool. Let's head back to Lethian's Crossing. Oh, and the other thing we need to do is head back to the brothel and see how they're doing. Just to check in, you know. I actually meant to check in during the whole battle thing just to see if anything had changed, but I forgot, so we'll run back in, see if they have any new things to say. The first time we visited the brothel, we held a vote with the viewers on stream, and to see which prostitute we would select for their services, and we went with the Beast Woman, so that was fun.
Can't do that.
Good times. Alright, let's sell our junk while we're here. It was anticlimactic, to be honest. The screen just faded black and nothing happened, so... But we know what happened. Okay, let's sell some junk, yes? Of course, we have to confirm everyone. Nice, that is a decent bit of money. Let's make sure nobody else is holding any junk that, Yeah, right? Like... or, like, had some, like, distressing grunts or something. I don't know. Like, it could have been better, but... Ah, well. Okay, looks like we picked up a spell scroll at one point, so let's learn this. Sigil of Material Force. Apparently does not count. Yeah, not the video game for that, apparently. Okay, where? Oh, okay, alright. Lightning and Material Frost. Used to create spells that alter the target's weapon. So this adds shock damage to your weapons, and on crit also does bonus AoE shock damage. Holy crap. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't feel like I have a good spell slot for that, so... I'm gonna say, let's try to remember this one for later, but... I'm not gonna remember. I'll just remember randomly later at some point. Okay, let's try to find our way back to the forge, which I can never remember where it is. Maybe it's up here. It might be up there. Dantalos, hey buddy. It's going good. We went to the dungeon again. There was one one or two rooms we can access, but there are a couple others that we cannot still. So it seems like we have to go to some other dungeons, get some other keys, and those will presumably let us in. And we just, we're about to turn in a side quest, and then we're gonna, well, what are we gonna do after that? Maybe I'll chat up my party members, just see if they have anything new to say, and then we'll continue the main quest and go from there. I did it again. I went in the wrong building. I only put the VOD up on YouTube today from Sunday's stream because I forgot. But it should be up there now. If anybody wants to check out the recap. Oh, and we were going to go visit the brothel. Again, of course. Here we go. Okay, Lohara. Okay, I found the missing weapons shipment for you. We received Slug Fist gauntlets. Awesome. Thank you for finding our missing weapons, Iron Fist. A sigh of relief escapes her. We almost had to leave the forge idle for the day on account of materials shortages, and we have no desire to find out what will happen if we don't meet our quota. Add losing those weapons on top of it all, and who knows what we would be subjected to. We have to get everything repaired and back in the right hands. She attempts a good-natured laugh, but it falls flat. Woman is going to be busy. Well, cool. Let's check out this new glove that we got. So it's heavy armor. It is a bit of an upgrade in the DPS department. It's just extra extra armor, extra DPS. But you're slower, and you're not as nimble, it looks like. So I don't think... Oh, and it has a weighted ability. On weapon crit, the target is prone for 1 second. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, I still don't think I'm going to use these. But, happy to receive them anyway. I appreciate the gesture. Let's go see how the sex workers are doing here in Lithian's Crossing, now that we've saved the day. So, I think we need to just walk all the way over here. Yeah. So yeah, this is probably the first bit of the game where it feels like I'm just kind of cleaning things up and I'm feeling a little bit less pushed in a really specific direction or whatever. It's kind of relaxing in comparison. Just feels a little more open and chill than some of the previous stuff. Okay. Alan Tur, welcome back. I knew you wouldn't be able to stay away from the sword or sheath and its infinite pleasures. Alright, we have that ridiculous laugh that just loops constantly. How can I be of service to you? I think I want to take the solo room. I'd like a little time to myself, please. Let's just see what happens there. Take the solo room, good lord. Right you are, Fatebinder. Balin motions for you to follow him. The room is right over here. Take as long as you'd like, of course. I want to make sure you get your money's worth. There are all sorts of implements you are welcome to try out if the mood strikes you. He shrugs. Actually, anything in that room is fair game if you're up for it. And all for 50 rings. Alright, let's do it. Let's try out this solo room. Oh, we unlocked an achievement. Solo performance. It's hidden behind the chat for y'all, but that's fun. Let's see if we can find that one. Solo performance. Okay, come on, where are you? Ah, where is it? I missed it. Spend some time alone in the brothel in Lethian's Crossing. Achievement unlocked. That would be a real life achievement, I think. Alright, well. They all appear to be doing just fine after the traumatic events of previous day, so it's a weight off my mind. Alright, we're gonna go to our mountain spire and chat up our party, see what new stuff they have to say, see, I'm sure there's stuff that I just haven't discussed at all yet, so I think it'd be faster to just go to the world map and then kind of warp up to the top of the tower, I think. I still really love the magic effects and lighting and stuff in this game. Like her little staff there looks really cool. Okay, let's go to the top. Okay. Let's, we haven't... I may be forgetting, but we haven't talked much with Kills in Shadow yet, so let's go say hi to her, see what she has to say. The beast woman squats on her haunches, back bowed and face tilted forward as she meticulously grooms between the long calloused fingers of one paw. A mauve tongue laves blood from her glistening claws. She glances up, a jerky, startled movement at your approach. But there's no fear in her, only reaction, instinct, only a readiness to strike.
Fatebinder wants beast woman?
The reek of an unwashed feral animal, bloodied and battle-worn, swathes you like a wet blanket, and you breathe through your mouth to keep from retching. Ooh. Had any good hunts lately?
Good, yep. And many more than 5.
The beast woman flexes and curls her claws in the air, the pitch blackness of them suddenly striking, a stark reminder of their power, their ability to kill.
Waded up deep, murky stream near disfavored camp. Paw pawed in mud of bank, but did not leave tracks. Crept low and quiet to tent flap, scenting with tongue. Caught ironclads and dragged, squirming like hurt rabbits, into cold black depths of river.
She grins, boastful and filled with bloodlust.
Disfavored cannot swim like beast woman, only can sink.
Yikes. Fatebinder wants you to bathe. Okay. If you're gonna follow me, I'd like to know more about you, please. Kills in Shadow puffs her hairy, naked teats out.
Am best hunter.
She boasts, scratching one idly.
Am last of tribe.
Oh man.
Tribe who killed king vipers, Alarion, and thorn stags extinct. Am alpha. Brood mother. Can smell earthblood like mystic. What else does Alpha to Kills in Shadow long to know?
Kills in Shadow, that's an interesting name.
Best hunter is clever hunter. Stalk slow and soft. Pad, pad, pad. Silent. Strikes. Fast, fast, fast. Kills without hesitation.
Lady, this is one of our party members. Her name is Kills in Shadow. She is a beast woman. She's interesting. I like her. By the way, speaking of hearing, let me know how volumes are in case something's too low or too loud or whatever. Well, how did you end up with the Stone Stalkers clan? Clan? Big tribe. Yes.
Am not Stone Stalker.
The beast woman snarls. She bristles, flexing her back and shoulders before settling back on her haunches.
Lost tribe. Left Haven lands. Migrated east. Was a long time. Hunted many humans. Killed. Raged like undying fire. Then found pack of stone whelps. Caitiffs, outcasts of tribe who needed alpha.
So she lost her old tribe? Interesting. Hunted many humans. Killed.
Could your tribe have been that different? I've run afoul of many a beastman in my day, and I find nothing that distinguishes their savage numbers.
That's racist as fuck. Thanks, Barrack. Dick.
Stake and see. Will think kills in shadow memorable when insides are being ripped, slow dripping from ironclad shell.
To be fair, Barrack is from a faction of just avowed racists, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised. If you're not a Stone Stalker, why were you leading a pack of beastmen from that tribe?
Is true. Am shadow hunter from Havenlands, but am last tribe.
She dips her head in thought, long tongue laving dried blood from her bottom lip. She worries the lip between her fangs, and bright, fresh blood beads anew.
After tribe was slain, kills in shadow loped to stone lands, stalking on long hunt for disfavored, but soon became needed by weak whelps, by stone stalkers who had been slaves and had not learned how best to fight.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you seem like a born killer. I think she's going to be happy to hear this.
Did not kill out of mother's womb. All whelps suckle first, learn later. Beast woman's first blood was in second season after birth.
Kills in shadow hacks, a clear sign of her amusement. I'd like to know more about your tribe. Yeah, but aren't they also, in addition to classes, just sort of obsessed with their own bloodline? I guess I don't know if that counts as racism or not, but it's all intermingled, I suppose, yeah. Insufficient reputation. Her lips peel back in a sneer and growls low from the back of her throat. Okay. My bad. Let's talk of other matters. She scratches the hairy, taut plane of her stomach and snorts. Their blood gives them their class. Yeah. We'll chat up Barrack here in a little bit, so see if we get any more insight.
Lead conversation. Beast woman will follow.
Okay, let's play a game. I have no idea what this will be. Immediately, the beast woman perks up, back straightening as her red eyes rove you with interest.
Like playing with prey, or with pack. Would play sometimes with stone whelps. Rut, mate, slaughter.
Rut, mate, slaughter. Fuck, marry, kill, right? Her dark maws part in a massive, fanging grin.
I'm always down for a game. Unless it involves throwing and catching. In which case,
Ebb is not here for the sports ball, it would seem.
is easy. Packmate chooses one of each. Rotmate slaughter. If prey is chosen, pack joins ensuing hunt. If packmate is chosen and both agree to game, then pack gets to watch.
Let's all watch everybody sleep with one another. Great. Great. I really need to put the mature content warning on my stream. I keep forgetting.
Rutmate slaughter, eh? Oh, does it have to be 3 different people? I rutted with my old gang boss, Fine Ass.
Fine Ass.
Mated him for a time, and then I killed him. Of all my days running with the chorus, I think I enjoyed ass gang the most.
Oh no. I enjoyed asking the most. Oh my god. Oh, that's wonderful. This game just made my day.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I'd rut Barrack, since Kairos' forces need a little pillage and rape in return. I'd mate with Burse, mostly to take half of whatever land she's going to someday conquer. Obviously, I'd kill Lantry. Who wouldn't?
Watching orgies and mental health issues, this game has it all. It really does. It really does. Obviously, I'd kill Lantry. Who wouldn't? Oh, poor Lantry.
What? I'm old enough to be everyone's father. This is disgusting.
Wow. I appreciate being included in this little... Well, I'm not even really sure what to call this. It's not like any game I've ever played, but... I'm gonna say nothing and pretend like I haven't heard a word anyone said. And then I'm gonna go sing myself a little amnesia.
That's smart, Siren. You're a little young for this conversation, I think. Barrack looks at you and simply shakes his head in horror and disbelief.
How could beast women choose any other? Would rut ebb good and hot fast? Would mate alpha and would slaughter, carve back to pieces, slowly, savoring while slicing flesh from neck. Yep.
Yep. Oh man, that's delightful. This game is Game of the Year 2021 at this point. Alright, I want your opinion on something. What's your opinion of the ass gang? How's that? The beast woman rises up in response, lumbering over you. Pale scars cut stark against her dark pelt. She inhales a sharp, deep whiff. Her upper lip peels back above a row of sharp fangs.
Fatebinder's smell weakens, dims as strength dies.
Ah, interesting. Us asking for her opinion shows weakness in her eyes. We're in charge. We're the alpha.
It's good to ask beast woman for advice.
Okay.
Even strong alpha needs cunning of bulwark at side.
Well, I completely misinterpreted that, obviously. Alright, well, how would you assess our progress? I don't know what our progress exactly is, but...
On stealing territory of beast women lands humans call realms of tearsmen. No Fatebinder claimed territory of Vendrian's where. Is good for Pack, good for Scarlet Chorus. Should killers in shadow care outside of that?
We were gonna go with lore nuggets for the channel points, but maybe now it needs to be like... ass nuggets. I don't... Oh god. Oh lord. I'm sorry, I take all that back. Anyway, moving on. She crouches down and scratches the lower curve of her back.
Fatebinder claimed Horizon Rock.
Good lord.
Conspire at Vendrian's Whir. Should claim more, take power as own, become stronger and stronger.
Alright.
Kairos rules own tribe and crushes threats to territory with attacks called edicts. Fatebinder should learn same mystic strength. Even Archons cannot win against edict. Yep. Our best attack we'll use to kill, survive.
We were somewhat unofficially declared the Archon of Spires, so we're doing pretty good, I would say. All right, how would you have us proceed? I can't imagine it's anything but kill, kill, kill.
Should help Scarlet Chorus Pack. Do not like Pack, but our biggest while strong. A smart, vicious alpha. Will be good weapon. Sharpest killing claws for slaying Kairos.
That's treasonous. Slaying Kairos. Speaking of slaying Kairos.
Typical beast. You'd rather have someone enslave you and use you as grist under the wheel than do some work. Maybe you deserve the chorus.
Interesting opinion. Okay.
The creature makes a compelling point, though I wonder if she understands all of the variables at play. The Voices of Narod is a difficult archon to follow under the best of circumstances, as likely to eat you as sing your praises.
May hunger for, but will not eat kills in shadow. Am not afraid of many-voiced archon.
How does she know that the Voices of Narod would not eat kills in shadow? Interesting. So we could agree, yes, the chorus are clearly the winning side. We could say the chorus will serve as our tool, nothing more. Or I could be quite stern and say, watch it, I prefer the chorus, but I'm still loyal to Kairos. That last one kind of fits our character, so we're going to go with that.
Kairos hunts beast women, kills tribe extinct. His threat to survival. Alpha thinks Kairos will accept kills in shadow if part of Scarlet Chorus Pack. Or does Alpha not care if beast woman dies?
Your whole pack could run off a cliff for all I care.
Damn, Siren.
Little bird chitterer often says what she does not mean. Little songbird is part of beast woman's pack now. Understand? Yep.
She huffs, amused with Siren's sass, her head cocked as she studies the scrawny girl. Of course I don't want to see you die, Beast Woman. The Beast Woman squats low to the ground, panting happily, her head ducked in an almost bashful manner. But when she looks back up to you, her eyes are filled with a dangerous heat. Alright, what do you think of the others in our pack? This should be amusing. Her red eyes darken with cunning, and she shifts her stance, hunkering low as if to spring an attack. But rather than strike, she rakes clawed fingers through her thick mane, thinking, assessing.
Are brazen, callow, are not as savage fast keen as beast woman, but are not weak. Fatebinder whelped good, tough pack.
She bobs as she thinks, gaze darting about, watchful. What are your thoughts on Lantry? Insufficient reputation, she shakes out her matted dark mane in a brusque refusal to answer. Okay, how about Barrick? Okay.
Beast woman does not like disfavored, but kills in shadow likes Barrick. Will not kill human yet. Want to hunt good and long, make bleed scream writhe,
Oh.
mangle before kill.
Good lord. Her eyes gleam darkly, and she puffs out a longing breath, mauve tongue slick from salivation.
Human is tough like stone wall. Is hidden behind iron's shadow where beast woman cannot smell or scout weakness. But is noisy like crashing ball, easily stalked.
This is the first time since Stalwart that I've felt vulnerable. I don't fear swords or spears. This beast is something different.
That's true. Alright, tell me your thoughts on Verse.
Good hunter, reeks of blood to death. Is savage swift like beast woman.
That's a higher compliment to the beast than to me, but I appreciate the thought.
It's interesting that she won't tell me yet what she thinks of Lantry, but she's fine with these other two. Well, let's keep going. What are your thoughts on Ebb?
Human brood mother, mystic.
Kills in Shadow tilts her head to one side, as if listening intently to a sound discernible only to her ears.
He's strong. Breathes in gusts like ocean gale.
First time I've been called a brood mother.
Hmm.
That's not wholly inaccurate. Twins count as a brood of 2, right? Well, I'm mostly certain you meant that as a compliment, so thank you.
Okay, what do you think of Siren? Insufficient reputation. Okay. Well, let's keep asking whatever we ask.
Lead conversation. Beast woman will follow.
Well, now we have enough loyalty that we can spar with her, so let's do that.
Beast woman gets to play fight with Alpha.
We get to play fight? She immediately perks up, salivating and snarling happily as she rises on hind legs and swipes several practice swings to limber up. She splays her dark claws wide and pins you with an eager, blood-thrilling stare.
Come!
Before you can step even a single foot forward, the beast woman surges for you without warning, without waiting, tackling you hard about the waist. The force of her weight slams into you, her muscled shoulder rammed into your gut, and you both tumble for the ground in a tangle of limbs and hair and claws. We can stab her in the gut. We can blast her off of you, presumably with magic. We can headbutt her, or we can curl into a ball and whimper, which is certainly what I would do, but let's go with the lore and blast her off of us. Pressed to the ground, your fingers fumble to form an apt sigil, and you gasp a breath as the power bubbles between you and then bursts, slamming her through the air to land in a crumpled heap. Her bare chest sizzles, fur singed and stinking, and she whimpers once, her leg quivering where she slides it across the ground to tuck beneath her. She is slow to rise, her movements careful and pained. Alpha is strong, Mystic. She relents, bowing her head to you in defeat. Then she retches half-digested meat all over the ground. Ooh. I think I got some lore boost from that, which is cool. Alright, let's strategize on how best to deal with our enemies and our allies.
Best way is with bloodshed, yep.
Yep. She grins wide, tongue lolling across her gleaming blade-sharp teeth.
Fatebinder has many allies. More enemies. Which do Fatebinder and Kills in Shadow hunt today?
Let's talk about Kairos and the Archons.
Fatebinder's tribe. No packs well.
She huffs and snorts. What do you know of the disfavored and graven ash?
Disfavored hunting slave beast women. Only predators to rival tribes. Dislike. Admire. Envy skill. Want to stalk. Then want to kill slowly. Make scream.
She hates the disfavored. I'm glad that we have not sided with the disfavored.
But disfavored do not yowl easily. Have taken killing teeth and throat, carving claws and gut, and survived. Alpha laves pain from pack. Makes pack tougher. Deadly threat.
This is like the third or fourth time that the word lathe has appeared. I don't know this word. Like, the context makes me think it's like licking or cleaning off or something. I don't know, just weird.
You are correct to assume we are the more elite, but do not expend yourself trying to destroy us. We are the arm of the Northern Empire, and you would only bring annihilation upon your race.
Okay, Barrick. Alright, let's discuss those in the tiers who seek to defy Kairos.
Humans of these lands, of beast women lands. Humans called tearsmen who struggle twist fight against Fatebinder's tribe.
Kills in Shadow growls a soft noise of contemplation.
Which would Fatebinder have Kills in Shadow stalk for slaughter first?
I'm so glad I didn't decide to, like, do voices for this game. Ugh. Okay, what do you know of the Vendrian Guard?
No pack was defeated by Kairos' tribe. Was small, easily hunted first time. Struggled, fought back to paws and knees. But could not have won second time. Was like hare challenging wolf.
That's a fair assessment.
Oh, cute way of putting it. Though I think Kairos technically has 2 tribes that like to knock us around time and time again.
Many humans live in beast women lands. Kills in shadow knows tearsmen pack well.
What do you know of the Bronze Brotherhood?
Lying kith. Are not brood brothers, use bronze killing claws. Smell of tanned hide, blood, piss, and firewater. Fight like black-striped jackals. Laughing, nimble, reckless. Fight for trinkets, not survival.
I find her perspective interesting. It's not like some revelation or anything, but the contempt she has for this mercenary band is just kind of interesting. Okay, what do you know of the Unbroken?
Strongest humans in beast women lands. Earth blood must pump hot fast through veins. Are tenacious, undefeated. Stand tough as mountains, even against disfavored.
Do not get taken in by the unbroken reputation. The people of Stalwart are fond of rewriting history in favor of a version that fits their sensibilities. Imagine that many people rallying around an idea, a story.
Okay, Barrick. I feel like every response I have to him tonight is just like, okay, buddy.
Lead conversation.
Alright.
Beast woman will follow.
Tell me more about the Beastmen tribes.
Nope, nope.
Okay, insufficient reputation. Kills in shadow, scratches a hip, claws raking a rough patch of scar tissue, bisecting the jut of the bone. Do you know anything about the magical guilds in the tiers?
Kills in shadow does not understand human behavior towards mystics. Tribes should value, protect mystics, not treat like outcasts, caitiffs forced into separate packs. Humans fear and snivel, snap at own mystics, until mystics become strong alphas like archons. Then humans grovel and beg favor. Follow archons in droves. Maybe Fatebinder understands ways of human mystics better. Maybe not. Ask and discover.
She's perceptive. I mean, she's not some idiot. It's interesting. I mean, she's like the outsider, right? Like, she can kind of see things more clearly, maybe, than the biased factions in which we've been dealing with up to this point. I'm enjoying this conversation with her. Okay, what do you know of the sages?
Strange pack. Dispersed. Sage humans know each other, but prefer lone wolf travel. Are clever, harder to hunt. Smell of coal ink and rotted trees. Leave beast women alone most times, so kills in shadow likes.
Okay, what do you know of the Forgebound?
Forgebound are builders, not fighters. Are like slaves to own human pack. Work without rest. Are weak and submissive, but can mold hard gray ore like pressing paw prints into mud.
No problem, Den. Hope you get your Wi-Fi sorted out here soon. What do you mean they're like slaves?
Forgebound make better than iron, killing claws and hard pelts all day for kith of other pack. Why give to others if have choice?
What gray ore? This is the iron, but...
Rock, ore, heart and skin of Tyranny.
Tyranny?
But it's different. Forgebound mold gray ore to give tribes teeth and claws. Carve better, slice deeper than ones of iron and bronze.
This is the first time we've heard Tyranny pronounced out loud, so now I know how to say it. Alright, why would you call them weak? Also, She says they mold gray ore, which is stronger than iron. Do they make steel? Is that what I'm... I don't know how steel is made, but I don't know. This is the first time here. Like, I thought iron was like the pinnacle of technology in this world, but now it sounds like they do stuff beyond that. Okay, why would you call them weak? Insufficient reputation. Alright, let's speak of something else.
Lead conversation.
What do you know of the
Beast woman will follow.
Earthshakers?
Earthshakers draw power from Earthblood like stone stalker mystics, like beast women. Archaeans pack, yep, are strong, are disfavored. But our tearsmen smell more of stone lands, more of Earthblood than disfavored, yep.
Have you had past dealings with the Earthshakers?
If by dealings, Fatebinder means hunts and killings, then yep. Earthshakers crushed Shard-Nip tribe in South Stonelands. So Kills in Shadow slaughtered pack of Earthshakers in North near Howling Rock.
Earthblood, do I even want to ask? Yes, we do.
Beneath dry soil, wet Earthblood beats, thrums. Fatebinder's ears cannot hear surging blood song.
That's interesting. Earthblood.
I'm certain this earth blood is more an arcane or abstract notion, not actual blood in the soil. Her senses are attuned to something we're not seeing.
Interesting. Do you share arcane teachings? Insufficient reputation. Alright, that's all I need to know.
Lead conversation. Nope.
Oh, right, okay.
What now does Fatebinder wish to yip about?
Let's just do it. Fatebinder wants you to bathe.
I'm bathing right now.
Her red eyes brighten with amusement.
Don't simply drag your fetid tongue over another matted patch of fur. Stand under a waterfall or kneel in a stream. A crying statue in Edgering Ruins comes to mind.
Is washing with waterfall how Packmate became trapped in iron? Did not think to shed iron shell first.
She runs her tongue over her fangs and rumbles a satisfied purr.
Should let Beast Woman prize shell from Ironclad. Then Kills in Shadow can play with disfavored inside. Yep.
Okay, I think that's everything.
Best hunter.
Yes.
Best of tribe.
Yes, we know. Okay, alright.
Lead conversation.
That's it. Let's see here. Quality alone time from our little sparring session with Kills in Shadow here. +2 to one-handed and +1 vitality. Delightful. Okay. I don't remember what these folk... Oh, right. They are trainers. We can get a bunch of lore, but you know what? Before we do that, let's look at some upgrades for this spire. We have 3, right? Yeah. And this guy would give us research, I believe, or something along those lines. I want you to research something. We can research sigil scrolls. Just learn new magic. That's kind of cool. We can research items, find recipes for new items, or conduct research to find plans and schematics for new artifacts. Okay. And we don't have enough recruits to do that. Even if we find recipes, we can't necessarily make them now. So why don't we just try to make some new sigil scrolls? That sounds great. Okay. And then, do we want to hire hire some new folks here. We could do that. All of this sounds fine in theory. None of it's like exciting me in particular. Maybe let's just hire a guy named Corpse Eye at our other spire, which we will go check out here in a little while. And we could hire somebody if we wanted to respec our characters. I'm not feeling like I need that just yet. So, all right, I think we're done hiring people. Let's run around and say hi to the other people here. What have you made for me? Let me show you. Just scrolls, I guess, for upgrading other stuff. Okay, well, that's fine. Spire worker, do you have anything to say? The tears look quite peaceful from the clouds. All right, Barrick.
My Lord Binder, you have something which requires my attention?
My Lord Binder, very formal. Barrick salutes as he turns to greet you.
What can I do for you?
What do you think of our travel companions? Okay, yes, let's ask about our new party members. We haven't talked to them in a while. So what do you think of Kills and Shadow? Do speak, Ironclad. Tell to Beastwoman each and every thought hidden behind Iron Shadow. Say words that will surely incite Beastwoman to violence. The things that are and are not voiced are extremely random in this game. But okay. Calm down, Kills. Slow your roll. She snarls and snaps at you, irritated at being reprimanded, but ultimately she obeys, settling sulkily on her haunches. A fascinating specimen, to be sure. Though I am loath to tolerate beastmen serving under the banner of Kairos, even I must admit that her strength and tenacity have inspired me. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I do not think that she would hesitate to hunt you for sport if the whim appealed to her. Be warned. Alright, what do you think of Ebb? She is as opinionated and talented as she is vulgar. Much as we can disagree on the reasons behind this war, I've never found a more impressive example of a tearsman. Well, that's sweet of you. I admit to also finding her quite striking. Whenever she makes a jab at me, or Kairos, or the Legion, in spite of whatever I might say in my defense, I am pleased to have captured her interest. Aw, who's got a crush? But I would not have her know my thoughts on the matter. She is a southern savage, after all, and I a decorated soldier. No need to overcomplicate our feelings in a time of war. And let's remind everybody, he is encased in iron armor that cannot be removed, so I don't want to know how he deals with his urges. Anyway, what do you think of Siren, Barrick? She is complicated and volatile, even by an Archon standards. Kairos took a significant risk by inviting Siren into the hierarchy. It would have been simpler to kill her than risk unleashing her power upon Taratus. Yet I am glad that Siren is with us. She brings innocence and dignity to a conflict that too often lacks either quality. Okay. Right. Let's see here. Verse. Well, actually, let's talk to Irina over here, and then we'll talk to Verse real quick. And after we talk to Verse, we'll head out and go somewhere else. I got scrolls, parchment. It's really more interesting once you start reading. Care to take a look? Show me what you have for sale. Wow, there's, I had no idea there were all these kind of upgraded sigils and stuff. There's a lot to this magic system. Okay. Sigil of Marking. What does that do? Adds a magical accent, which adds a marked affliction to a spell. Nice. Alright, we'll take that. Sure. Kind of pricey, but not too bad, honestly. What are you? Okay, that's a potion for buff. That's a barrier. What are you? Elegant heirloom necklace. Only Siren can equip this, but it gives plus 15 performance skill. Wow. How much are you? That's also kind of pricey. I think I might get it though. Like, I like having Siren in the party, and anything that'll boost her songs I think is worth getting. So that's going to take a pretty good chunk of our money away, I think. We've got several items we could sell, though, so why don't we do that? We'll keep all of the purple items, but I don't think we need the other ones. Okay. Let's trade. And we actually made a profit out of that, which is pretty awesome. So, cool. Alright, Siren. Let's get you that new, yeah, new necklace. So what do we have? What was that? Oh, right. We have the finesse one. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's say hi to Verse.
So, the Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored are at each other's throats. Can't say I didn't see that coming, but the Archons might have waited until one war was over before they started another.
Do you think I made the right decision?
Fighting with the Scarlet Chorus? Oh, never doubt yourself for backing the winning team. The Chorus has the best chance of succeeding in the tiers. For all their skill, the Disfavored are too stubborn by far. Who can say? War is all about compromising your morals, deciding who lives and dies. What seems like a mistake turns into your greatest call down the road.
That is a cynical view, but can't necessarily argue with it.
I'll say this much, our time together is anything but dull. My blades are yours for as long as you'll have me.
Noted. I have questions for you.
What do you need?
I have thoughts about your combat abilities.
Do you now? Call me intrigued. You already know that I memorize the moves of my Scarlet Fury sisters. If it seems like a total mystery to me, I don't know how you could have arrived at any conclusions, but I'm open to ideas.
Your talent reminds me of the voices of Narat.
I hope I didn't hear you say that, Fatebinder, because the implication is more than either of us is prepared to handle.
I don't know what the implication is.
The voices of Narat is a monster. We both know that Taratus has never seen a creature more despicable than him. Never mind that he's kind of my boss.
Okay. It has been a while since I've had her around, but I either didn't know or forgot that she felt so strongly about the leader of her own faction. Oh. Okay. Refresher. She had the ability to kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like, sense the minds of the people she was fighting with, and, was it give them a boost in combat? Something like that? But then one day she just lost it, and her gang all got killed, and she was the only survivor. and the voices of Narat kind of absorbs minds, which I think is the context for this conversation here. So, okay, I think I'm clear on this. So we could say, think about it. He absorbs the minds of his victims. I'm not comparing you to the voices, only this talent you exhibit. I'm gonna pick one of these two. I'm just not sure which one. I mean, that scared the shit out of her. Saying this at all. So I don't know if I should push that with the first response or try to walk back a little bit with this second one. Okay, let's just say only this talent.
My little talent that latches onto my friends and bleeds them dry, you mean? Because I never asked for it.
I didn't know her talent bled her friends dry. Figuratively speaking.
I've traveled with the chorus for years. I've seen what the voices can do, and it scares me, all right? The idea that everything I am could be reduced to that. If I had that kind of power, if I could become like him, I don't know how I could live with myself. I'd rather drown myself in a camp latrine.
I really waded into this conversation unprepared. Well, you don't have to become like him, just be selective. Sure.
I'm sure he had the same idea when he got started. But you know what they say about power? It's usually wielded by assholes.
It's true.
My sisters died. Oh, you should have seen us. We were amazing together. I didn't mean to take away what made them special, but I did it all the same. And let me tell you, it felt terrible.
I didn't mean to take away what made them special. This is all news to me. I think I must have forgotten how that conversation went when she explained this earlier.
If I lived a century, I might never figure out how to make that happen again. And more importantly, I don't want to.
Okay. Well, let's ask about our...
What did you have in mind?
Well, okay. Any particular reason you've chosen to travel with me?
What? Did you have something in mind? It isn't that I'm not flattered, Fatebinder. I just don't think I'm your type. I don't have a gang anymore, and I wouldn't throw in my lot with any of the killers floating around the Scarlet Chorus ranks. The fact of the matter is you're doing important work, even if you stumble and flail along the way.
I definitely feel like I'm flailing in this conversation.
Besides, once this Civil War business is taken care of, I figure anyone who follows in your shadow is due for some deserving reward. Though maybe some are more deserving than others.
She sniffs.
You've satisfied your curiosity, so let me satisfy mine. Why are you keeping a little scrap of a thing like me around?
Well, we could say you're a hardened killer. I consider us friends, don't you? Or I have feelings for you. A lot of RPGs, BioWare style RPGs, let's say, and I consider this to be one of them, most of the time I feel like your companions are your friends, explicitly. And obviously one or more of them could be lovers as well. In this game, I feel like we're all like co-workers. Like everybody's kind of at a remove from each other emotionally. I'm I guess surprised that the game lets me express feelings for one of my party members, even though that's like the most normal thing in these kind of RPGs. Like you can sleep with one of your companions, and you know the assumption that the romantic relationship automatically means sex is a thing, but still. So anyway, point being, saying I consider us friends or I have feelings for you feels like wholly inappropriate to how I've been interpreting these relationships so far in this game, and that's fine. Um, th- there's nothing wrong with that. Um, it's just I find it interesting that these particular dialogue responses right here surprise me so much because yeah, I've viewed these party members as just coworkers, people thrown together by circumstance, but not people who are close. And maybe it's because they're from such disparate factions and backgrounds, and maybe it's because oh, I'm working for the Overlord, like I am the Fate Binder, and that feels like an oddly, or I guess like a much more formal relationship than I don't know other games where you're the Grey Warden in Dragon Age, but like that doesn't really mean anything because everybody's nice and friendly, and same with Mass Effect, you're the Spectre, but um, everybody's just on a cool adventure on your spaceship, so it's a good time. This is different. Anyway, that was a long tangent. We'll keep it professional. You are a hardened killer, and that is reason enough.
I wonder what makes you so sure I won't cut your throat some evening just to hear you gurgle.
Oh.
It's taking a risk when you travel with someone like me. I suppose time will tell.
She flashes you a pleasant smile. Okay, well, what do you think of our travel companions? What do you think of Kills and Shadow? I've been watching her fight. She's fierce in a way that the Scarlet Chorus could use to our advantage. We've tried to conscript beastmen in the past, but the results have been less than successful. In truth, the results have been ugly. It's tough to capture something that a net won't hold. As often as not, we either have to talk her kind into conscripting, or murder enough of them that only the weak are left. Well, what do you think of Ebb? It's easy to respect someone who brings that much passion to a battle. Even so, when she gets to talking about pushing Kairos out of the tiers, she makes me want to carve my opinions on the matter across her back. Okay, what do you think of Siren? Take this in the spirit in which it's intended. If I had her kind of power at that age, the last thing I would do is take orders from you. That's a good point. You may think you're leading her around, but it might be the opposite. Would any of us even know the difference? All I need to know about Siren is that she scares Kairos. That pretty much says it all. Okay. What do you think of our present circumstances? Yeah, we saw this before. Okay, alright. Okay, I think we're done chit-chatting, folks, here. Let's head back to the world map. We're going to zip on over to the other spire, because it's glowing as if something new awaits me, although I don't know what. So let's go see. I'm excited to get more of these towers. I have no idea what's involved in this at this point, but... Okay, so what is new? Why was the map flashing? Someone named Revos. Let's talk to them. Okay, show me what you have for sale. Just some weapons, just some stuff. Ooh. Causes a Terradus or illusion spell to leave a target in stasis. That's... I like that. Okay, we'll grab that. Thank you. And let's make sure we actually learn it. Okay, Lysandra, what do you have to say? Okay, this is another skill trainer. Let's boost Lantry's healing a bit. And then let's boost Ebb's control and grave light abilities, because I love them. I think Ebb just leveled up, actually, so that's cool. And let's get her some boosts to her magic staff. Maybe we'll get some points into there for our main character as well, and maybe boost our healing too. Okay. Alright, let's level up Ebb. I think we'll just keep boosting the spell strength. Seems an easy win for her. Let's see here. So, so as far as fun abilities go, we can lift an enemy into the air and violently throw them back down, which sounds entertaining. We have a powerful wave that repels foes in a cone, pushing them back a fair distance. That could be handy, especially if we're going to run with all mages and we don't have like a dedicated tank. Having a bit of a crowd control ability could be useful. I'm leaning towards this right now. Otherwise, we could... Whoops. We can just boost her lifesteal skills at night. Grants bonus lore and additional spell slots. I mean, that's always good. I think I want the repelling wave. Knock some enemies around when they're getting a little too close. So I notice now that we have 2 sigils or runes unlocked, and I assume they correspond to both of the spires that we have unlocked. Okay, Corpse Eye. Believe. Whoops, hold on. Let's get everybody selected. Corpse Eye, we just hired you. And I already forget what his deal is. Well, if it ain't the big bad boss, come to take a look at my wares. Handpicked from the finest of battlefield corpses, I can assure you. The Scarlet Chorus member's milky, dead eyes roll in their sockets as he bows deeply, mocking you. What'll it be, boss? Okay, we can definitely chat him up. Let's remain stoically silent. We've gained favor with the Scarlet Chorus. Got a real talker on our hands, have we? No matter, I'm real good at filling silences. Corpse Eye hums to himself, off-key, one filmy eye drifting to the side as he bobs his head to the tune. Alright, Corpse Eye, not really a name you come across every day. Unusual? Yeah. His eyes, cloudy and scarred, bob unfocused in their sockets, and he grins at you, revealing several cracked or missing teeth. Fitting? You tell me. You can't shake the eerie sense that, despite appearances, Corpse Eye is in fact able to see. After all, didn't you recently witness him fighting on the battlefield? Regardless, he doesn't seem to find his condition at all distressing. Well, how did you end up in the Scarlet Chorus, my guy? How does anyone if not through piss-poor luck? Know what happens when the chorus comes calling at your door and you don't open it? Worse than this, he warns, waving 2 fingers over his eyes. But I figure I've made my way of things. Working for a Fatebinder now. What finer honor could there be, right? He laughs, chokes, and hawks a glob of spit at your feet. Lovely. Well, what do you think about the voices of Nerat? If I were a betting man, which I am now, thanks to the chorus, I'd put my rings on Nerat, and any churl with 2 wits about him would do the same. Scarlet Chorus member shrugs. I don't fear many things no more, but he's sure one. Why do you fear him? He's got a real means of making his problems go away, big or small. You don't want to be one of those problems, boss. Okay, I'd like to talk. Sure, boss, you talk, I'll pretend to listen. I prefer one-sided conversations with figures of authority. Makes it real easy for me. Mind your tongue, I've killed for less. And all this time I thought it was only my eyes I had to worry about. Yeah, okay, I know when to bite my tongue. Alright, let's see what's in stock. Have some exquisite weapons. But is there anything that we can actually use, is the real question. Let's see here. Whoops. These two items are the same as what I have equipped right now. This is heavy armor. What is this? This has bloodthirsty, enraged on kill. I don't think we want that. Okay, this is also heavy armor. Heavy armor, heavy armor. Okay, so this dude just has a bunch of Crimson Fury. Scarlet Chorus, sorry. Scarlet Chorus gear, apparently. Which thinking isn't something I really need. This Crimson Great Spear looks promising, though. Well, but it's two-handed. I was thinking I could give it to Barrick for my tank, because he's wielding some kind of spear at the moment, but I don't think we can actually use it, so much for that. Satis, what do you have to say? A thin, sinewy man looks out to the horizon, legs firmly planted on the ground as he practices his strikes. His arms snap towards an invisible target in methodical fashion, alternating one after the other. He stops as you approach, an amused smirk on his face. And that, Fatebinder, is exactly what I advise you not to do. He laughs, punching the air again, while adopting a cretinous expression. That may work when you've got 100 stone shields at your back, but someone like you thrives with a little more creativity. He stiffens up in mock formality, offering you the slightest of bows. That's where I come in, or so your generous sum of rings is led me to believe. No respect for the disfavored? On the contrary, I've all the respect in the tears for them. They just don't happen to care for it. He points towards the northern horizon. They're not fond of bastards, even if your mother happened to serve in the disfavored. My boyhood dreams were of joining the Legion and being cloaked in purple and iron, but now I spend my days dancing around fools that think a breastplate makes them a better fighter. He nods, satisfaction evident in his tone. I wouldn't have it any other way. And how should one fight? Iron and bronze are crutches for the unskilled, and honors the delusion of the foolish. Remember that, and use it ruthlessly to your advantage. I prefer to dance around my foes, tripping them with the weight of their own armor, or stabbing them with their own blades. Even better, winning the fight before it starts. Walk around in my rags, and seasoned warriors will hardly give you a second glance. Their years of training won't amount to much when their sword arm suddenly breaks, or when their balls have been compressed into fine paste. Ooh. I can teach you all about making that fine paste. It may not grace the pages of a sage's chronicle, but it'll make you laugh at night when you're counting your rings and downing your ale. Yes, please. I would like to train. Yeah, give me that unarmed combat bonus. Cool. I do feel like some extra parry. Oh, well, maybe dodge. I don't know what the difference between parry and dodge is, but let's just boost the one that I'm actually strong in. And, I don't know, subterfuge is probably helpful. Get some more points for her. Some extra dodge for her, and Lantry, yeah, I guess we'll just do more dodge for you as well. And subterfuge, why not? I think I want even more unarmed combat training. Oh, and I leveled up. Great. Cool. So if you have money, you can grind levels up, it seems like. Okay, let's boost our quickness. I think, yeah. Quicker abilities is good, I think. And as far as abilities go, oh right, we just got our second wind ability, which I actually haven't needed to use yet, but I think will be helpful. Somehow I missed this. Because we just added this buff to our thrust ability. So, unarmed mastery increases damage with unarmed attacks and allows basic attacks to strike multiple times. I think that is pretty much a no-brainer. Because we like the unarmed attacks. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it. Wonderful. We can continue to boost this, it looks like. There's some good stuff in this tree. I haven't really looked deeply into this because we've kind of been focusing on magic a little bit. Kind of the unarmed, punchy mage. But I think it'd be helpful to have some of this. Sup, nerds? Frickin' nerds. Welcome, Havoc. This is the nerd zone here. We're looking at the ability versus the range tree. Actually, we're not. Awesome. Enjoy Cyberpunk. Yeah. Okay, we're all good here. Okay, I think the next thing we want to do is head back to Cacophony. Let's save. I don't know last time I saved. And let's continue the main quest. After nearly 2 hours of clean up and wrap up and puttering around. Okay. 1 day and 15 hours. At the end of the road, a small child crouches next to an abandoned wagon, rummaging through its contents. From afar, she resembles a bedraggled urchin. Smirking face lined with dirt, her tunic torn and thoroughly stained. She spots your approach and lets out a small yelp, sprinting off into a copse of trees and vanishing from view. Well, let's follow the girl. You follow the child as she weaves between the trees until the forest gives way to the open fields of a small farmstead, empty from the last harvest. The girl leads you across the grounds past 2 empty houses and a row of clay beehives, eventually racing into an open barn. As you enter after her, you see a clutch of children huddled in the rear, trembling as you approach. There are 6 in all, gaunt faces and tired eyes shared amongst them all. One boy drops a small knife as you approach, letting it vanish within the folds of straw at his feet. The children swear they were alone, claiming to be orphans from a massacred village. They fled during the fighting and retreated to this farmstead, its owners, they claim, slain by Kyros's forces. The barn is full of harvested rye and a few jars of stored honey, no doubt the reasons why these children are still alive. We can leave the children food and rings. We can order the children into service with the chorus. Ooh. We can send them to train as spies for Tunon's court. Interesting. We can ask about the empty cart on the road. We don't want to send them to the choir, to the chorus. That none of them will survive. None of them will survive. Let's ask about the empty cart in the road. Some of the children exchange concerned glances before the little girl you trailed speaks up. Her voice wavers and she blurts out a stammering explanation. The cart was likely used by a traveling merchant and abandoned once soldiers clashed in the nearby area. Her eyes flick to the ground for a brief moment, long enough for you to follow its gaze to a leather boot barely visible between tied bundles of standing straw. You push past them and kick aside the bundles, revealing the corpse of a middle-aged man with multiple puncture wounds in his neck and back. You can live my life. Were you in chorus growing up, Havoc? The children gasp at the revelation, and some begin to cry. The young girl pleads innocence, claiming that the man discovered the farm and attacked her, pinning her in the straw before her friends returned and stabbed him to death. She begs you to believe her. Yikes. Okay. So she claims to have fended off a rape attempt. We can burn down the farmstead. That's a little harsh. Okay. So the two choices I'm debating really are leave the children food and rings, or send them to train as spies for Tunan's court. I'm leaning towards spy training. And I think our boss would like that quite a bit. Alright, into a life of spycraft you go. Though mere children, the scamps are tenacious and clever, requirements for survival out here alone, and may be of use in Tunan's court. Left to their own devices, they will almost certainly die in time. You pen a declaration. The children are to be evaluated by the court's fate binders for possible service, and should they be found lacking, assigned to local tradesmen as best suits the needs of the city. The journey won't be easy, you caution, but it is necessary if you want to survive past the next season. The young girl takes the parchment and thanks you, though the rest of the children look unsure of the matter. You collect some grain and honey for yourself and exit the barn, leaving them to contemplate their fate. I'm going to call that the best of the available options, I think. And we are all well fed now. And we got a new email. I love that concept art. Alright, let's check our emails. Okay, we got a message from Fatebinder Myothis. This is the woman who first called us an Archon of the Spires, so... previously we asked her, why hasn't Kairos dealt with me and my burgeoning power? So, her reply, Archon Iron Fist, allow me to address you by such a title before it becomes fashionable to do. I pride myself as a woman who stays ahead of the trends. Why Kairos smites some but allows others to exist is a question we all ponder. The Overlord can certainly appear arbitrary, and if I've learned anything, that's the point. Kairos is intentionally aloof and distant, both for matters of personal security, and because if you had to wrangle the most powerful entities of Terratus, you need to keep them from getting too comfortable. To me, the most obvious answer is that Kairos knows exactly what you are doing. She probably approves of your actions and is likely working at every opportunity to create a situation wherein you are acting in your own self-interest while satisfying her ambitions as well. You have to consider one important detail. There's nowhere left in Terratus to conquer now that the Tears are in the Overlord's grasp. What would the great generals even do in a time of peace? The voices of Nerad's barely tolerable when you have need of a spy master. Why keep around such a monster when you no longer have need of such a gruesome weapon? I would argue it is in Kairos' interest that the Tears be a costly invasion that claims the lives of as many of the Archons as possible. Not enough meat on the Tears to keep too many sharks sated very long. Kairos ordered everyone to take Ascension Hall or die. The or die must have been an acceptable option, correct? If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say you had the unspoken backing of the Overlord. It's not like Blood can't find you whenever he wants. Alright. My own personal theory was that Kairos knew we were going to unlock these spires, or suspected at least. So that lines up with my personal theory. So for some reason my computer is hardly using my Wi-Fi. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I'll definitely, the VOD will be on Twitch for a couple weeks, and I'll put this on YouTube as well, so you can get caught up that way if you need to. Let's inquire about Blood killings for our next letter. Dear Myothis, your wisdom on the matter is greatly appreciated. You made mention of Blood and his killings. During my training, Fatebinder Callio hinted that much of Blood work involves killing off threats before they blossom into genuine problems. So it's curious to hear you second that fact. So, let's say for the sake of an argument that I am an Archon. Is it just a matter of time until Blood is sent to kill me? Should I be making grand displays of loyalty to the court to assuage his suspicions? You're using your phone now. My computer might be broke. Well, it's better than nothing, I suppose, but I can't imagine this is an easy game to kind of see on a phone screen, so it's too bad. Okay, we have another email. So, our last mail was returned to us. You unfurl the missive to see your reply from earlier. Whether the original sender is lost or dead is unknown, but what is clear is that the carrier bird that first delivered word from this sage L was unable to find its original sender, and so has circled back to you with your undelivered missive. Curious. You may have to buy a new computer. I think this one is finally done. Yeah, and this is pretty much the worst time to have to build a new one, right? What with the video card shortages and CPU shortages. We were hoping to build a new PC for my wife this year, hopefully in the next month or two, but like I have no idea if we're going to be able to find the parts, and I'm half tempted to like just buy a pre-built, but I really don't want to have to do that. So good luck is all I can say. It's shitty timing for everybody. All right. It has been a while since I've been here, so I don't quite remember everything. Yeah, that's my thought on the pre-builts. Like, you can find some decent ones. Like, you're probably going to pay more, but, it could be worth getting it quicker and being able to upgrade later. Who are we? We're returning to Splinter, this guy right here. Okay, cool. That was easy. Greetings and such. Might there be something I can help you with? For the right price? I've slain the disfavored in the wilderness near Lethian's Crossing. Holy shit, 9 years old. Well, I just put together a new build, I guess almost exactly a year ago. And I think the oldest parts from that previous PC were from like 2011, 2012, so yeah, I've been there. He cranes his neck and sniffs, waiting. Finally, he clears his throat. And the proof we settled on? Hand him a blood-stained sack. We have a blood-stained sack of fingers, FYI. Alright, take it. I don't want it. He cackles. Oh, I'm going to make good use of these. Right, here's the rings we agreed upon. More importantly than that, I was also able to convince some Bronze Brotherhood to join the chorus. Oh wow, we got a lot more money. Better results than I expected. Don't get to say that often around here. Fine, here's the rings we agreed upon. Hell yeah. Look, I like working with you. Despite things, he twirls his hands to expound on the unspoken. Like you being a fate binder. I've got a few more bits and bobs to tidy up if you're interested, but I'm also going to do you a favor and send you to Sanguinari on the Upper Plateau. She's got a situation I think you'll want to handle. Okay. Well, I wish to aid Chorus operations out of Cacophony. What's the situation report? Got a couple of storms brewing. A number of defectors from resistance groups around the tiers have come to swear fealty to the Voices. Or they were coming before they were captured by disfavored troops en route. The defectors need to be rescued and then properly brought into the fold. We can't have them singing our secrets before they've even learned the damn song, now can we? But we'll decide what to do with them once they're under our care again. Okay, I will find and deal with the captured defectors. Boulder Reef Village is now unlocked. Last our scouts spotted the defectors had reached Boulder Reef in the Stone Sea before the disfavored took them in the night. You should start there. Alright. Let's go talk to this Sanguinari person. Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Because it sounds like she will probably have another side quest as well. Actually, was she over here? Yes, she is. Okay, cool. What is it? Make it good or make yourself scarce. I'm a little busy, stitching myself back together. Grimy fingers squeeze the edges of a long gash on her thigh together, while she splashes amber liquid from a dirt-smeared bottle onto her wound. A flat bone sewing needle and black thread sit on a small wooden stool next to her. Actually, a fellow named Splinter suggested I speak with you about a problem you're having. She barks a jerking laugh, inadvertently spilling more liquor from the bottle. That's one thing to call him. Gotta wonder what that horrid pustule thinks he's up to, sending a fate binder my way. She sighs and sets the bottle aside, spitting in her palm to lave the residual dirt away before groping the flat stitching needle. He's not wrong, though, she grunts as the needle pierces her skin. I do need the help. A squad of fucking Oathbound got us up near Vendrian's Well. There was 5 of us Furies. Well, no, before that it was 9. She falls silent, stitching sloppily but with concentration. Then, that quick, it was only me. I managed to take down a couple before. She waves a grimy hand over the wound in explanation. I didn't retreat, I ran, and it hurt to do it. I want you to find those Oathbound and avenge my sisters. She bends over her thigh and snaps the black thread with her teeth. When she rises back, she takes the remaining length of thread, ties it into a jumbled knot, and then swallows it. She rubs painfully at her chest. I want them dead, and I want it to hurt first. Okay, I will avenge your fellow Furies. She nods, but her attention seems to be taken by the act of testing herself, stomping her freshly mended leg and slapping at the wound. Without looking at you, voice strained, she answers, "See that you do." Okay. So that's 2 side quests. I'm tempted to leave and take care of them before we go, continue with the main story. Let's go talk to some of these folks up here first, though. Seven Toes, what do you have to say? Glad to see you're still alive. Cacophony needs good, determined blood like yours. Grinning, Seven Toes raises a fist in salute. What do you need from me? I guess nothing. You have nothing new to say. Okay. Let's, return to the world map. I thought they would keep running while I looked at my journal for some reason. There's no reason for me to expect that. Okay, let's go to Boulder Reef Village first. The stone pillars that house this village have been steadily collapsing over the last few months, more dramatically affected by the ongoing quakes than most sections of the Stone Sea. Boulder Reef was once the northern sister settlement to Plainsgate, but has since been fully abandoned. Okay. Let's do it. I hope we get to see some of this crystal stone. Okay, so we are... Well, let's just make sure. I think we are finding some defectors, and we want to... Right, we want to conscript them into the Scarlet Chorus, so... What is this? As the cliffs fell away, these buildings and their contents crumbled into the abyss. So right, this whole area is geologically unstable. So yeah, let's poke around. I have some Scarlet Fury gloves, which are apparently identical to the ones that I have now. Stat-wise, anyway. Okay, we got some enemies up here. Alright, time to beat everybody up.
More bodies piling on.
Actually, let's beat up the mage first. Alright, let's mark him. Lantry, why don't you buff everybody? Okay. And let's see. Yeah, let's just steal health from everybody. Wow, everybody is going after my main character. That's a bummer. Alright, let's silence the mage.
Let the land shudder and...
Apparently that didn't work. That's a bummer. Okay. Lantry, I'm gonna need you to do some healing. Oh. You can't. Okay, that's fair. Alright, Ebb, you try. Alright, let's drink a potion. And just stab this guy again.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
On it. Aye.
That's how it's done.
Alright, I think we want to drain or drown this guy as quick as we can. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, cool. We took out the mage. Now we need to go after these two guys, who have been losing health, it appears. And let's hope that we can do this before my main character gets knocked out, because she's in pretty bad shape, it looks like. Let's try doing some healing, Lantry. Nice. Okay, we're doing good, we're doing good. Just gonna keep stabbing. And now he's drowning, which... hilarious and horrifying all at once. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Okay. We got these two up here, but for whatever reason, they have not noticed us. Okay, we're at max health. We just quick saved, so let's just go ahead and attack this guy.
Another battle.
Okay, okay, this one might be tricky. Okay, Lantry, why don't you put a blur on our main character? Main character, why don't you mark this guy? Ebb, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, let's try this health steal ability. That sounds super useful.
I need to try a different weapon.
Okay, we're still... my main character is still taking a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. Oh gosh. Oh, right. We've got a lot of abilities that are not on my bar, actually. Can I drag those up here? Yeah, I can. Let's do that so I don't forget about them. Okay, let's do some... let's try some time magic. That might be helpful, right? And we'll have my main character take a potion because she needs it. Yeah, okay, so this big guy here is slowed now. A little tough to see, but I promise it's true. Okay, let's give ourselves a buff. And... wow, she is just getting murdered. Holy crap. Alright, let's try some stun magic. That could be helpful. Actually, let's try our new repelling wave. I think that might be more helpful, actually. And let's do some more healing. We're just clicking abilities and see what happens, because good lord. This is definitely one of the trickier battles we've had so far.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, that's one. It's one down. Actually, two down. Wonderful. Okay. I think we're gonna need another potion. I feel like my unarmed character punching the heavily armored shielded guy doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's okay.
This weapon isn't
Alright, let's try lighting him on fire.
entirely worthless.
Apparently that did not trigger for some reason. Apparently I missed. Down here it just says Iron Fist missed. That sucks. Alright, let's try a thrust attack. Okay, now he takes more damage. Let's try some more health steal.
This weapon isn't.
Nice. Well, okay. It's tough to see, but one of the characters is petrified now. I hope... Yes, okay, that does wear off. I was a little worried, to be honest. Okay, we have this guy. Crescent Runner. Interesting. Okay, our health is back. Let's quick save. That was a tricky battle.
Heads up, we have company.
Okay. This is going pretty well, actually. I'm not doing anything. It's just kind of playing out via the AI. Okay. Cool. What is this? Blood Chanter Leathers. Better armor. Better deflection. A little slower. I don't know. I might get this to her. To Ebb specifically. Yeah, let's go ahead and equip that. Let's go ahead and loot all the things, basically. Oh, nice. Scarlet Chorus leather armor. I mean, this is even better. This is even better than what we just gave her. Let's do that. Huh. She looks badass. Okay, cool. Let's quick save. And yeah, let's just keep exploring here. Not sure what we're gonna find. I think we're gonna give this to our main character. Okay, wonderful. You know, I'm doing that thing again where I keep forgetting to use the consumables, which I think would make these fights a lot easier. Ah, here are our captives. I'm half expecting them to kind of turn on us, so let's quick save. The rebels were tied up and gagged by the disfavored while on their way to join the chorus. Thank you, Fatebinder. We'll continue on our way to the Scarlet Chorus. Alright, well, that was easy. Let's keep exploring this town, and since I mentioned it, let's actually eat some food so that we can, you know, get those boosts. Need them boosts. Sure, let's do that. Yes. Alright, let's quick save again. Let's keep walking around. Oh, what? Let's, Did I already try to take this and forget? It's entirely possible. Oh, no. But we get a weapon that we can't do anything with, so.
Sorry, I can't.
Let's quick save one more time, and let's go ahead and start this.
Heads up, we have company!
When it's just one enemy,
Try something else.
well, I don't know. I'm just curious to watch the AI play when it's just one enemy. You can kind of control how the AI reacts to things, so it's interesting watching what they do. Oh, this is heavy armor. Okay, can't do anything with that. Oh, what does this say? This wall was torn down in a rush, and the items inside are missing. It's unclear whether fleeing residents or aggressive looters are responsible. Alright, looks like we got a heavily armored person up here, so let's all attack.
You have no hope.
Wait, I did that? Nice!
Will do.
I need to try a different weapon.
Alright, he's taking more damage now. Keeping me healed up, it looks like. Well, okay, this is just taking a while, so let's light him on fire. Wonderful. Okay. This is junk.
I got it.
I'm assuming we're just gonna keep finding disfavored stragglers about and taking them out, basically. So we'll just keep filling in the map here before we leave. Okay, I think
Sorry, I can't.
we didn't find whatever secret item is here, but I think that's okay. So next stop would be the Matani River for the other side quests. So that'll take a full almost 2 days to get to. You round a bend in the road and come face to face with a group of warriors in bronze mail and heavy, jagged helms, each seated on a rock or leaning against a tree. They look to you, slowly rising to their feet, readying axes and mauls. Governor, one greets you with a mocking bow. One would think that Ray Tomlin would have had you killed when you returned, given everything you've done to us. But he didn't, and now he's dead. The warriors lower their shoulders and bend their knees, readying to strike. Those of us left, we have no intention of repeating that mistake. So we could attack, We could speak to them, or we could flee. Let's try speaking. Your hands near your weapons, you consider your words carefully. Diffuse the situation, threaten them, or bribe them. We're certainly not going to bribe them. Let's diffuse the situation. You've barely gotten the first words out when the Bronze Brother cuts you off with a swipe of his blade. We're not here for words. He whistles, and his cohort charges. Alright, time for another fight. We don't forget those who slight us, Fatebinder. We're here to collect. Okay. Well, let's quick save and, I don't know, let's all go attack this big guy here. Well, okay. Everybody's attacking my main character, which is a problem. Okay, Lantry did his buff thing, which is nice. Let's put a blur on the main character. That'll help, hopefully. And Ebb... Yeah, why don't you do your repelling wave? I think that is going to be useful here. Nice. That knocked a couple of them back, which gives me a little bit of breathing room. Not a lot, but a little bit. Let's go with the drowning, as horrifying as it is. And let's mark this dude.
Right.
Okay, this guy is marked and drowning, which just sounds like the worst combination of events.
I got it.
Okay. We still got 3 attacking my main character, but we have another one attacking Ebb now, which is problematic. Alright, well, let's do some health steal for her. Lantry, why don't you... Why don't you attack this guy? Siren, why don't you put a blur on Ebb, since she's being attacked?
At once.
And then for the main character, let's try healing. Okay. We're doing good still.
Aye.
Put another buff on our main person. Let's mark, I guess, this one.
Take them off.
Oh, Lantry just leveled up, which is great. That'll give him a few seconds of buffs. Great. Okay. That started a little dicey, but we got through it. Okay, let's poke around and see what else is here, if anything. I'm guessing not much, but it's a pretty small map here. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Okay, let's level up Lantry. Why don't we give him... let's just boost the spell strength. Why not? Actually, yeah. No, yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Save that. That's great. And then as far as skills go, maybe we should just improve his lore? We could. I mean, that'll also... I was thinking we could improve his healing, but you need lore for some of the stronger healing spells. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I think I'm going to have to go through all my characters' spells and maybe give them stronger ones because we haven't touched them in a little while, so they might be a little out of date. Let's just boost the lore. We all need more lore in our lives. And we have another email. Okay, we previously asked, isn't Bledenmark scary? What's the deal with him? My dear Fatebinder, it's a poorly kept secret that Bledenmark's job is more about killing threats before they become a problem. Official executions are really the minority of his duties. As I understand it, Kairos has long used Bledenmark as a preventative measure. Since he can move about the world rather freely, and he can evade all but the most absurd powers, he's the perfect predator to send against wild talents. I'm sure few in the tiers have ever actively wondered why there have been seemingly so few Archons born this far west. I'm sure folks with the potential to be Archons have occurred in the tiers time and time again, but they're usually cut down by Mark before the world hears of them. It's likely safe to assume Bledenmark has his eye on you, and has orders to use his own judgment as to when to strike. I've known the old man for ages, and I'd strongly encourage you not to try to appeal to him with overt displays of loyalty. He has no stomach for sycophants. I sincerely believe he thinks every human being is a selfish, twisted knave, and there are those who are lying about it and those that accept what they are. No third type exists. So yes, I do think Bledenmark will one day have to come for you. As I said, you could always hide or end your life now. But where you're headed, conflict is likely inevitable. Okay, let's ask about the Archons and how they've risen to power. Dear Myothis, I appreciate the insight and am honored by your vote of confidence. Your missive made mention of Graven Ash and how you've known of him since before he wore the title Archon of War. Can you tell me more of what you observed of his rise to power? If I am indeed an Archon, it's safe to say I wasn't born knowing what I can or can't do, and it stands to reason I might learn something from the stories of the other Archons. Okay. Wonderful. We completed some research at one of the spires, but I think we have to go back to actually, get it. So we won't worry about that. Okay, let's continue onward to the Matani River. So we are to kill the Oathbound, it looks like. Wipe out the Oathbound unit. Right, we are avenging the murdered Scarlet Furies. These Horde soldiers have been dead for less than a day. The Oathbound, stalking the valley, have been busy. Okay. Okay, we have an enemy up here, it looks like. Let's try some sneaking.
Quiet down.
Sneaking, I've not built my characters for stealth, but...
Another demonstration of our power seems in order.
Take that!
Oh wow, he just knocked Ab flat on her ass. Okay. Gosh, okay. let's mark him.
Take care.
They are really going after me, aren't they? These guys have cool outfits, though. Kind of glowy stone things going on. I'm not sure.
On it.
I love the health that we get when killing an enemy. That's just very helpful. You kill an enemy, you get healed. We're gonna do the slow time thing again on this guy.
Right.
And for my main character, let's go ahead and mark this guy again so he gets more damage. Oh, we are getting hurt. Okay. Back in business. Wow, I am getting...
Nobody heard that, right?
It looks like our characters are getting paralyzed occasionally, which is concerning. Okay, now our enemies are empowered, which is worrying. Alright, Eb, why don't you do some repelling wave action? Oh, you're too far away. Alright, well, health steal will work. Lantry, why don't you... Okay, main character is going to take a greater healing potion. And some consumables, because why not? We should probably do that for everybody, honestly. Sure, you do that. You... Okay, you just have healing, so that's fine. Okay. Okay. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. A lot of status effects in this fight, which we're not entirely used to, honestly.
This weapon is junk.
I think my character is stuck again. Why is that the case? Come on, run over. What is she doing? Oh, it's like they got physically stuck on the ground. That was weird.
Take that.
Okay, Siren leveled up. Okay, things are turning around. It looks like we're making some good progress here.
I can't.
Okay, this last guy still has a lot of health, but
For the glory of Kairos!
so far when it's like one enemy, we do not have a problem.
I need healing.
Of course, Siren is suddenly in a lot of trouble.
Well, that did nothing except tick them off.
Okay, we did it. That was a tough fight, but we made it through. Nobody got knocked out, and we got a level up out of the job, so we'll call it a win. And I assume the rest of this area is just exploring and finding, yeah, finding the corpses of those who were killed and we were sent to avenge. Scarlet Notebook. A red spiral is carved upon the wooden cover of this papyrus notebook. The handwriting within is haphazard and inscrutable, the work of an unpracticed, poorly trained wordcaster. A few entries contain recognizable sentences, and the book appears to be the journal of a Scarlet Chorus commander detailing troop movements. Times and locations are noted alongside numbers and pictures of trees, stick figures, and rocks. The author either didn't know the words for lumber or in people, or just felt more comfortable with pictures than words. While much of the journal is inscrutable, the corner of every page has the day's head count for the author's brigade. While some days note dozens of losses, the brigade appears to be recruiting far faster than its members are dying or deserting. Interesting. Okay, this is an upgraded version of the item I am wearing, so we'll just go ahead and put those on. Weird. Okay. Let's check out this bridge here, and then I think we're done. Nothing to see. Okay, let's level up Siren here. Let's remove this health penalty. Save that, and then... Yeah, I don't know. What do we want here? When Siren is defeated, her final breath unleashes a potent wave of vengeful emotion. All enemies nearby become weakened, dazed, and frightened. It's messed up, but kind of cool. Oops. When combat begins, Siren reflexively cries out, protecting her and nearby allies by significantly increasing endurance, will, and magic defense. I think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. And again, increased breath lets her do more songs, I think? No, let's just do the stat boost. That'll be good. That'll be good for now. Alright, I think we can head back to Cacophony now, and I think we can really, for reals, continue the main quest. I'm really not sure what to expect from here. And we got a new email. Alright. This is the last one from this Fate Binder, it looks like, so... Okay, Iron Fist. This is the sort of question that can get you killed. Very little is known about how Archons are born or come to power, and my long life has taught me that Kairos and the Archons prefer it this way. If the young and talented remain forever in the dark, the old and mighty can rule without challenge. I heard of Ash, he will always be merely Ash to me, before Kairos renamed him and gave his legion that backhanded title, as a rebel, a grimy, illiterate partisan who was winning battles while his countrymen of the Northern Kingdom lost left and right. Ash was always a good leader, but he wasn't born able to mystically reach out and protect his soldiers. The earliest mention of it isn't even until the tail end of the Northern Conquest, and if you read the journals, they don't tell stories of grievous harm warded off by Ash's stern looks. Instead, they talk of the soldiers finding their fears and doubts lifted from them by Ash's presence. A careful reading suggests the ability to actively protect physical harm came years later, as that bond grew, and, more importantly, as his legend grew. That legend part is the key detail. In my understanding, an Archon's power is something of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The widespread perception of an Archon's power is the very thing that strengthens an Archon's power. So in Ash's case, he had some early inkling of power, the ability to assuage the burdens of his men, and as he took on a mantle of power and became known all around Terratus as the next Archon of War, it soon became the ability to bear the physical burdens of his men, not just their fears and doubts. Thus my advice to you is to act like an Archon. Take power where you can find it. Foster fear. Foster love. Never walk through life anonymously, but rather live in the thoughts of your followers and the anxieties of your enemies. Power attracts power, as they say. Okay, let's turn this quest in. It is good advice. I liked that entire exchange with that other Fate Binder. Is it done then? Have you killed them? Yes, I killed the Oathbound and avenged your slain sisters. She crosses her arms and nods slowly. Her chest expands as she takes in a deep breath, but when she blows it out, she sounds utterly empty. Thought it'd make me happier to know. You know, that they got what they were worth. But Kairos be damned if my leg just doesn't hurt. If my leg doesn't just hurt. Okay. Did we have anything else? Right, we had to talk to Splinter again. I think regardless of whether or not he has yet another task for us after this, we're going to go ahead and move along the main story. I've dealt with the captured defectors. So the Whispers say. Set them loose, did you? I suppose you really have a soft spot for us chorus after all. They'll make fine recruits, assuming they survive the pits. On behalf of the chorus, I do thank you for your help, Fatebinder. I've certainly benefited from it. He salutes you, followed by a mock bow. Safe travels and all that. Okay. Good enough. Let's go talk to the voices of Neurot. Let's also save before we do that. Well, this guy's just hanging out, as they say. Let's make sure we're zoomed in for this. The voices of Neurot regards you with an unreadable expression. You're back. What do you think of our throne? As much as we hate a cold, unmoving chair, this one suits us. Without a spot to plant ourselves, we would pace the length of the old walls every day in our contemplation. What do you need to know? We're dizzy with answers. Well, I'd like to report on recent events. We have received twice worded Periapt. I don't know what that is. Your success at Lethian's Crossing was a work of brilliance. The forge-bound master is in our hands, and the secret of her craft within reach. Soon our howling mouses will shirk their bronze sticks and take up unforgiving iron. Your work in Lethian's Crossing has made us strong. We can feel it. Soon enough, every corner of the tiers will be draped in red. Another matter has come to our attention, which will speed the process to the only inevitable end. The Blade Grave is a beautiful pocket of disorder. An edict shreds the land to ribbons, and soldiers by the hundreds are led into the furnace of war. Angry sons of old Stalwart, dubbing themselves Unbroken, clash spears with the disfavored. We can use the edict and the conflict to our benefit. They keep the disfavored occupied and the tiers within our grasp. While these idiot juggernauts bash each other into ruin, we can extract what we need. The daughter of Graven Ash has been a prisoner to these stalwart wretches. Secure her for us and fetch her to Cacophony straight away. Inviting Ash's progeny into the fold is an advantage we cannot ignore. Seek out also Jagged Remedy in Trapper's Junction. He has cornered a beleaguered unit of Unbroken. Help him recruit their leader, Matthias, into the fold, that he might help us reach the jewel of the realm, the great keep of Sentinel Stand. You take much upon yourself, the weight of the war. We don't mean to overextend you, but the Blade Grave and the Burning Library are pressing concerns for us. Choose, and return to Cacophony with word of your progress. If you would pester us with questions, ask now. I wanted to ask about Master Zidania. A talent without equal. Her craft, her expertise, her professionalism. Any single one... Oh... Any single one of her regal qualities could win us this war. With her on our side, we are unstoppable. Why is she on Spike? Is that her? I mean, I guess we kind of knew that was going to happen, but that, I feel like shit. Kind of. We rescued her, but then sent her to her death, so. Wouldn't the Forgebound have been more useful if she were alive? One can never tell with such things. In life, the Forge Master created items of extraordinary value. In death, her knowledge lives on, gathering potential like an avalanche. One could argue that she serves the Scarlet Chorus better from the grave. Or from her present vantage, anyway. We could say, is that your way of saying she flatly refused to serve you in life and mocked you with her last words? We'll just go with, how is that possible? She guarded her secrets well, that one. Even under the protection of the Scarlet Chorus, she would not surrender the knowledge of iron. We only sought to safeguard what she knew, not abuse it or sell it to the highest bidder. Her petty concerns were unfounded. There was no convincing her of the purity of our intentions. The secret of iron was not safe in her head alone, so we invited it into ours. And on that matter, we have nothing else to say. Bleak. Okay. What can you tell me about the Blade Grave? Before our conquest, it was the region of Stalwart, warlike and fiercely independent in character. The regent bloodline ruled by their torrid and often inbred lines of succession. Of course, the Edict of Storms has thrown all of that to disorder. Who rules the area now? A complex question with no clear answer. The Unbroken Legion, a rabble group of veterans from the Stalwart Army, struggle to maintain hold by force of arms. Behind the wall of Sentinel Stand, the last of the regents lives out his days, no doubt thinking himself as strong and relevant as ever. So tell me about Graven Ash's daughter. As severe and uncompromising as her idiot father, we would liken her to a tower shield with a voice like a ram's horn warped out of tune. Okay. We met the girl but once, and we nearly came to blows. If war and the passage of years have softened her temper, then we should get along magnificently when you present her at Cacophony. So about that Edict of Storms. Swirling maelstroms now blast the land, and Sentinel Stand, the fortified heart of the Bladegrave, is both trapped and imprisoned by Kyrus's edict. The cowardly regent who survived the war hides there to this day, protected and imprisoned by Kyrus's anger. Only by piercing the unforgiving fabric of that storm could anyone reach its heart and drive a blade through its core. So Kairos drafted the Edict of Storms to punish the defenders of Stalwart for hiding behind the walls of their keep. The wording of the edict specifies that the death of Stalwart's ruling family will end the storm. To this day, the locals are welcome and encouraged to assassinate their former ruler. I bet we're going to be able to do it, though. Okay, let's just say we'll go to Bladegrave next. That works for me. Travel to Trapper's Junction, where our trusted agent Jagged Remedy and his gang have a foothold in the Bladegrave. Speak with him and bring us the Scion of Ash. And take care, dear Fatebinder, that the winds don't unravel the skin from your body. Cool. I'm interested to meet Graven Ash's daughter. I think that was why I was so interested in that. And our boss sent us an email. The Fate of the Forge. Iron Fist. Word reached the court that you have dealt with the seditious mercenaries claiming for themselves the mantle of defenders of Lethian's Crossing. You have the gratitude of both myself and the Overlord. The disruptions in the settlement long stymied the production of iron goods for the war effort. Forge Master Zedenia personally thanked me for your intervention. Congratulations. The Forge-bound Guild are a strong and tireless ally to possess. From Tunon. Okay. Okay, so, right, we are going to Trapper's Junction, at Sentinel Stand Keep, and there is a spire there called the Ocean Spire. You should travel to the Bladegrave and determine a safe path to the spire. So, that's cool. We will hopefully soon be acquiring a new tower to add to our collection. Let's go ahead and walk out of here. I think we're going to call it here tonight. I'm going to travel to that new location, deal with any encounters along the way, and then once we get there, we'll save and call it for the night, and that'll be a good place to stop, I think. But we made some good progress tonight, I think. And yet... Oh, you can move the map around. That's right. So we are going all the way down here. That's going to take a while. Okay, 2 days. 2.5 days, really. I feel like I should have Barrick in the party with me, actually. New missive from the Voices of Narat. Fuel for the Flame. New quest. Our favorite Fatebinder. We hope this finds you victoriously blood-soaked, thoroughly trembling, and spent in glorious conquest against our many enemies, shared and otherwise. Do you enjoy the company of our little verse? Her dance never fails to inspire in us the most pleasant quivers. We have a gift for her, delivered through you due to the girl's questionable faculty with letters. We've learned from one of our birds that a mercenary in Haven has been absolutely gloating about slaying her sisters. His boasts even secured him work defending some crossing merchant. Show her the sigils on the reverse. She'll know what they mean. The opposite page contains several rough, ink-scratched symbols that look like nothing more than a child's pictographs of their favorite animals. Yeah, this definitely sounded like a companion quest, so that's exciting. I like those. I feel like inquiring further would probably be useless. Archon, no doubt you intend your message to elicit violence and chaos. That's standard for you. However, so I'm left to wonder, what else do you hope to accomplish? I don't know. Let's just send our thanks. Doubtless this will end in blood. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm thinking what I want to do here. I said I would end it here, but I'm leaning towards picking up both Verse and Barrack. Verse for the companion quest and Barrack for this area where he acquired his crazy armor. Why don't we do that? Let's just go ahead and do that. And that'll be a pretty good place for us to start next time. I was sure there'd be an encounter along the way, but I guess not. Okay, cool. Well, with that, we will call it a night. Hopefully I will be streaming this again this weekend. As always, I do not know what day yet. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. Dan, you have a great night. And yeah, I will see you when I see you. Take care.